valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Over the last few months, many modern warships have become available in sea power, and I've had good fun showing them off and doing battles. But completely accidentally, a mini competition has developed as I've been doing those battles. What we found is that the Americans are just really good. The modern Arleigh Burke, the modern Ticonderoga always seem to win whichever battle they're included in, and I don't think it's just bias or bad programming. It just seems that they have loads of really good defensive missiles, and their defense allows them to win the battles. As examples, we put them against 3 top Chinese warships here, a 054, a 052 and a 055. Despite the Chinese attacking power, still the Americans won. Then we did the American ships against the Commonwealth, against UK's top ship, the Type 45, and Australia's top ship, the Hobart. Still, the Americans won, and so it's become a bit of a personal vendetta for me to find a way of taking these 2 vessels down. But I want to do it fairly. I want to stick in the rules, so 2 ships, and those ships must be operational today and in the same coalition. So we've tried China, we've tried Britain, we've tried Australia. Today it's the Russians' turn. So it'll be US Arleigh Burke and Ticonderoga versus the Russian Slava cruiser and Goshkov frigate. A quick reminder of each vessel. Arleigh Burke has 26 SM-6 very long-range missile, 40 RIM 66 M5, that's the SM-2, 40 RIM 162E, that's the ESSM, it's Block 2, so it's active radar homing. For pure surface-to-surface, we have 12 RGM-109B naval Tomahawks playing the new MST Tomahawk. We have, what's relevant today, a 5-inch gun, 20mm Seaways ×1. Ticonderoga, this seems to be the big ship that wins it for the Americans every time. Just so many weapons, as I said, and really good quality. 76 SM-2, RIM 66 M5, 24 RIM 162A, that's ESSM, but it's Block 1, so it's non-active radar homing. 20 MST stand-ins, RGM 109B, 12 SM-6, an auxiliary, 8 RGM 84D harpoons, 2 5-inch guns, and 2 20mm phalanx. Slava cruiser, of course, one of these was sunk in 2022 by Ukraine, but I believe 2 are still in service. Armed with 64 SA-N6, so S300F Grumble. We'll go over the details because we don't use these ships very often. Range about 50 miles. Anti-aircraft, anti-surface. For SHORAD we have 40 SA-N4, this is the Gecko, range 5 miles. For surface-to-surface, the old but venerable SSN-12 Sandbox P500, supersonic anti-ship missile, range over 300 statute miles. Relevant for today, maybe the RBUs will be relevant. Anti-everything mortar, also twin bow-mounted 130mm guns, a plethora of 30mm Seaways. I can't even see them there, and the other side. And onto the Goshkov, the only ship modelled in low fidelity today, and she's equipped with primary defence 9M96M missile. In real life it's active radar homing, it says semi-active, but just ignore it here. 60 to 70 miles range. SHORAD SA-25, range 9 miles, 16 of those. You can see them in the launchers there. Surface to surface, modern and powerful P800 SSN-26, 16 of them. Supersonic missile, nearly Mark III capable, over 400 miles range. A single 130mm gun and quadruple 30mm Seaways. We'll do our usual battles. We'll start at 100 miles and see which can pick each other off. Then we'll move into within radar horizon, and then we'll do our close-in gun battle and see what happens. In terms of predictions, well, clearly the Russians have much superior surface-to-surface weapons. You've got, 16 here and 16 here, so 32, and they're all supersonic. So Mark II, Mark III missiles. Really difficult to stop. The Americans have much less attacking power. They have 20, or about the same, about 30 MSTs, but they're not supersonic and they're not stealth missiles. They're essentially just cruise missiles. However, they have a fierce, as we've seen, an absolutely fierce defensive power. And for the Americans, the defense of their escort ships is what seems to win them battles. So we'll just have to see. Stand by for 100 miles. And 3, 2, 1, start. MSTs being fired by both American ships. Let's go and have a look at the Russians. Slava firing off her P500s and Goshkov firing off her P800s. Much better rate of fire from Goshkov because, of course, they are VLS launched, whereas this guy here fires them in his individual cells. I know which one looks better though. Look at that. Wow. Let's have a look at... Oh, even sending an ASW helicopter out. Let's have a look at today's missiles. We have both Americans firing RGM-109B today, playing MST. From the Russians, we have the Cold War, but still pretty worrying, P500. Speed, 1,300 knots. Height, 16,000 feet. P800, even faster, just under 3 times the speed of sound. 46,000 feet, played by the body of a P700 today. Goshkov is exhausted. Slava is still going, 2 more missiles to fire. The Americans have both exhausted all of their surface-to-surface missiles. Right. Alright, that's all missiles off from both sides. Missiles are halfway across, so it's time to set our guys to defend themselves. So we're going to go to weapons tight to allow us to shoot down those incoming missiles, and off we go. That is SM6 being fired, known as RIM-174. Tico also firing her SM6, her primary over-the-horizon defensive missile. Also SM2s going out. Quick look at the hostile missiles. We can see the P500s have entered their hunter-killer packs of 8 per pack, is it? Yes, 8 per pack. Whereas the P800s, I don't think they work in packs, at least not in sea power. I don't know about real life. They're just smashing towards a target. Now, the worrying thing now is they're going out of horizon. Let's just check the blue AWACS is on so that we can still see them. Yes, blue AWACS is on, and I'm aware I got the wrong type of AWACS, doesn't really matter. So, these missiles should still be trackable via AWACS, and SM6 should still be able to find them. How well will it do? We'll just have to see. Literally designed for this task. Well done. So, a grand total of 1 P800 taken out so far. Going to need more than that, I'm afraid. Got some ESSMs coming here, played by unfinned RIM-7 models. More P800s taken out. Everything's mixed in now. The blue surface-to-surface missiles are mixed in with the P800s, which are mixed in with the SM2s, which are mixed in with the ESSMs, which are mixed in with the SM6s. Well, not much is taking out the P800s for some reason, as he says, as they get hit. The SSM's doing their job. That one got jammed by the jammer on board the P800. All surface-to-surface missiles in sea power have jammers on them, which is kind of cool. So now we're on to the P500s. The P800s have all been destroyed. SM2s making short work of them. SM6s now making short work of them. SM2s, SM6s. First batch of P500s nearly down. One left. First batch of P500s down, just one more batch to go. And you can see how well the American defense is integrated, because it's the AWACS that allows us to see the Russian missiles at any aspect, at any altitude, at, well, any effective range. And that, twinned with the ESSM and the SM6's ability to track over the horizon targets, is what makes the American defense so good. And if you've got a really good defense, then you can just ride the storm and win the battle that way. That seems to be the way the Americans are winning every time. Well, I say that, but one missile's made it through. No, 2 missiles are made it through. Are the Americans out of ammo? Oh, no SM2s left. Wow. I did not see that coming. And this guy's completely out. And he's just been blown up by something. And I don't even know what that was. Probably ignore that. P500. Wow, everything's real. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is definitely the biggest test so far. Right, let me just check there's no legacy SM6s in the air. Nope. Tico is all out of SM2s, which is, she's critical for her defense. She's all out of SM6, critical for her defense. All she's got is a handful of Block 1 ESSMs. Obviously she's used her MSTs and she's not in range to use her harpoons yet. Arleigh Burke, all out of SM6s, all out of SM2, all out of ESSM, all out of MST, and that's all she's got. She's only got guns. So the defence was just so fierce from Russia, and that last missile almost got through to Seabird's range. So, kudos to Russia. It's the best attack so far. The big Russian way of just launching loads of supersonic missiles. It's always going to be really dangerous. We now need to mark out within the radar horizon for these guys, which is probably about, let's say, 20 miles. Why? Well, because the Russian ships in sea power always turn their radars off because they're stupid. Let's see if they've done it here. He's not. He's not. Well, let's see if they do. I'm going to speed it forward now because we're just... Right, coming within radar horizon now. Well, for once, they haven't turned their radars off, which is a surprise to me and probably to you too. Everyone has their radar on. You turn it back on. They just love turning their radars off. Just going to double check because it ruins the game if they turn them off. It's on. Well, he's definitely got his radar on. Anyway, they're firing the 9M96 missile. By all accounts, pretty good missile. We've got no way of seeing them, so they're just going to disappear magically. Interestingly, they fired 32 anti-ship missiles at us. We're firing 32 anti-ship missiles at them. By the way, why do we play as the Americans every time? You have to play as the guy with the SM6, basically. It's just how sea power works. But as you can see, I've not biased it towards anyone. It's going to make no difference. By the way, all AI skill levels are set the same, so there is no difference. 32 MSTs. Now, although they're slow and not very stealthy, they do have a good electronic warfare suite on them, so hopefully we can jam a few missiles. You can see one jam right there. Not that one there. And these have won the battle several times, so we'll see. We've got Slava pumping out her S-300 forward missiles and a 130-12 twin barrel gun. Always great to watch. Boom, boom, boom. Missiles are about 8 miles, and they're getting through. Just having a miserable time. Let's try and track one of these missiles. Are they getting foxed? These are old missiles. These are old 1980s missiles. They could easily be jammed. And you saw there. And you saw how good Slava is in real life. It got taken out by 2 modern anti-ship missiles in the Black Sea. So maybe she's just not up to this job. We've got some SA-25s. That's the last line of defence. SHORAD before you get the guns. And it's jammed. Jammers winning raid supreme here, viewers. Oh dearie me! I did not expect this at all. Not at all. I've never seen such an easy win in terms of offence from MSTs. Well. Oh look, they all went for the same guy. I didn't tell them to do that. Try and work out why. Why did so many MSTs get through when they've most of the time been wiped out by other factions? I just don't know. For some reason, the Russian missiles were rubbish against them. This guy had an excuse. He's firing from his rotary VLS here, 1980s S-300, 1984, 1985, I think they were developed, 40-year-old missiles. You can see maybe why they were getting jammed. However, Goshkov has no excuse. 9M96M is a very modern missile and it shouldn't have been jammed that easy. And remember, we weren't even using real MSTs to attack. We were using the 1990s RGM-109B. So, I don't know why they did so well. These guys just simply didn't have the stopping power required. And down goes Goshkov. So be it. We've got to close to whatever range happens next. Let's see what that's going to be. It's going to be the within horizon range for the Grumble. It's going to be the within horizon range for whatever these guys have got. No SM6s left. Oh, almost nothing. Oh, this is going to get weird because we've only got 12 ESSMs. We need to speed it up at this point, so let's just draw our circle of engagement. So let's say 25 miles over the horizon. It's going to be about there. Welcome back, viewers. It is 4 hours later. Wow, 4 hours. Naval battles are slow. We're moving into this area where we're going to start detecting each other. I've kind of used a cheat view to keep a look of this guy here because I need to make sure he doesn't turn his radars off because you know what ships are like in sea power. Start slowing it down as well. That's the best I can do for her. I'm going to go and look at my ships now. I will lose track of Slava shortly. Make sure they're turned weapons free. Oh, and immediately they've seen her and slow everything down. Right. So, at the range of 26 miles, the over-horizon capability of the spy on this guy here has allowed... Oh no, it was the... Yes, sorry, it was the RGM-84s. Well, actually, I could have launched these earlier. I forgot, from guidance from the AWACS. But it's not going to make a huge amount of difference whether it's launched at 80 miles or 26 miles. So still, we're not within radar horizon yet. We're over the radar horizon. Double check she's got her radars on. No, she's turned it off again. Of course she has. I'll turn them on for you, shall I? There we go. Fort system out. Guns. Hit. Missile missed. Oh, she's leaving it a bit late, if I'm honest. Missile missed. Missile hit. Missile gun hit. Right, well, there you go. Oh, I've got some more. Huh, how about that? How many have I got? That'd be good if you actually fired. There we go. Just 3 this time. Shouldn't be a problem. She really likes leaving it to the last minute, doesn't she? She is very 1980s. Taken out. Well, there you go. Next bit of battle will be when they get within radar horizon. I'm not sure when that's going to be, so I'm just going to kind of ease it forward. I'm just going to keep an eye on her, because as I said, she loves turning her radar on. Check mine. Okay, action. We're within radar horizon now, and now we're firing ESSMs aggressively or defensively. I don't know which is the aggressor here. Okay, it looks like I don't know. So no one's the aggressor. These missiles are going to space. Who's she firing at? Oh, she's only got 11 left. Why are those firing straight up? Finally, a direct fire missile. It's a tiny little ESSM that will do 0 damage apart from scraping her paint, but damaged paint can damage morale, viewers. Interestingly, she's only defending with her gun. Where is the missiles? Where's the Geckos? Where's the S-300? Why aren't you doing better? Oh dear, that's rather silly. Well, she'll shrug that off. This is still Russia's game. She's still got the most missiles and the bigger guns. I don't know why they there we go, more missiles coming out. I still don't know who's the aggressor here. Yes, I still don't know who's the aggressor. I think the aggressor might be America here. I think these are going to dive and go straight down again. Box the defences on that old 1980s cruiser. No, I don't know. Yep, it is. So Russia is defending, America is aggressing. But I don't think Russia has the ability to shoot enough of these down. Yep, down they go. She's not going to be able to defend. I've said it before, it's kind of a her problem. In fact, Russian ships are males, aren't they? I always forget that. American ships are females, Russian ships are males. So it's a him problem. What happened there? I don't even know what happened. It got intercepted. It got intercepted. They're all getting intercepted. No, only one. Again, it's going to get through, and that's going to get shrugged off. Well, who would have thought an old 1980s cruiser is doing so much damage? And it's not like the Tico that's super modernised. This is still pretty much 1980s tech held together with band-aids and duct tape. So, SITREP viewers, we are a distance of 20 odd miles away. Tico is out of every single missile. Burke is out of every single missile. That's the first time this has happened in any of our battles. Slava is out of every long-range missile. They're all gone. She's just got some SHORAD. Oh, but SHORAD is useless because the guns battle will have happened before we get to SHORAD. So it's now a guns battle. Who's got the best gun? Well, Slava has twin 130mm range, 14 miles. Tico, 5-incher, range 12 miles. So slightly more range for the Russian ship. Now, if this was a typical single-player mission, what I could do was adjust these formations, but that's not fair. I have to keep them as they are. Well, what a battle, viewers. What a battle. Can we finally see the Americans lose? Here we go, 500 rounds. She's firing at a maximum distance because if she closes, then the Americans will be able to start shooting, obviously. Hits. That said, you need an awful lot of 130mm hits to take down a cruiser. An awful lot. If I say that, but the drivetrain's just gone. And she's stuck dead in the water. Well, how unfortunate. And that means Arleigh Burke is also stuck because she's following her master. As I said, if this was single player, I could detach this and send her to go and fight, but it's not. We have to play fair to each side, viewers. Oh dear. American viewers are not going to be happy, but you know what? They've done so well. To be honest, it's kind of time that they lose something. Slava has about 70% of our ammo left. Oh, she's firing. Who's firing? She's firing back. What's happening now? Slava's going to be taking hits soon. It's because she's closing, so we're closed within Tico's range. And now Slava's on fire. She's got 280 rounds left, so she's got 50% ammo. Tico's only just started firing and she's got lots of ammo, but she's down in the water. Arleigh Burke's leaving Master, and she's just going for it. And now she's firing. Tico really down in the water now. Let's see how bad she is. She's incredibly bad. So many hits. Slava just shrugging it off at what, 12,000 tons or whatever she is. Miserable rate of fire on that 5-incher. Oh, she's down! The first time we've seen Tico go down, and it was to the guns of a Russian Soviet-era cruiser. Wow, 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 wow. Slava smashing away. No amount of fine modern weapons are going to help now. It's just old-school gunnery. Oh, she's dead in the water. She's dead in the water. But we've had more hits to the cruiser. No flooding, no flooding. She's just bigger and heavier. More stuff to blow up. And she's dead in the water too. And she's only got 50 rounds left. Can she finish Arleigh Burke off with 50 rounds? She's out of ammo. She's out of ammo. She's out of ammo. It's a CWIS fight. So she's slowly going to peck away with that gun, but she's not really going to do any damage. I mean, there's a lot taken out on that cruiser, a lot of stuff, and she is starting to flood, and what just happened? A massive hit! A magazine went up, small but robust Arleigh Burke. Well, smaller but robust Arleigh Burke. It's actually a massive for a destroyer. Well, the tables just keep going back and forwards and back and forwards. The only way Russia can win this is to get her power plant moving again so she can get within CWIS range, and that will do an inordinate amount of damage. She's got still 500 rounds, and damage control have sorted her sink it as her flooding out by the looks of it. Stuff's coming back online for what it's worth. Slava took a big midships hit. Something went up. She's down in the water. No, she's down in the water. Yes, Arleigh Burke's going again. Yeah. All right, baby. We're going. Oh, what a turnaround. Can we make a hero in Arleigh Burke today? I will help out at this point just to expedite viewers. I'm going to make her go towards Slava. You know, that's at least. As we get closer and closer, she's going to get hit more and more, and she's many more feet down in the water now, up to 7 knots, and we're going to keep repairing and going to get far. Look at all that stuff being repaired. Propulsion is priority, and that's all getting repaired. Engines getting repaired. Slava even further down in the water. She hasn't got long to go, viewers. Damage control just cannot get on top of the... Oh, she's moderate flooding. I would say that's a bit more than moderate, viewers. When your helipad is underwater, I would say that's more than moderate flooding. Yeah, the waves are now going over the helipad, checking her damage. Oh, heavy hull damage now. There's just too many holes in her to be patched. Get your friggin' arc welders out. More hits. Oh, that was the ASRocky thing that went up. These guys. Oh, that's it. That's it. America wins! Well, good news and bad news. Bad news is America won, and I'm kind of getting bored of that, and I really want someone else to win. But, as I said, everything's been done fair and square. The Russia almost won. Goshkov just couldn't be defended. There were just too many American missiles in one place, and they struggled with it. But Slava punched on, and then she took out Tico by surviving the missiles that were shot at her, and then gunning her to death. And then it was a duel between a slightly reduced Slava and an Arleigh Burke, and the Arleigh Burke just slowly wore Slava down, slowly got on top of her, and in the end sunk her. So that, viewers, is what we call an absolute belter. Welcome back, well within radar horizon, 15 miles, just for the fun, always absolutely nuts, and go. S-300 front runner, very fast missile. Oh, it's a direct fire shot against the American ship. No, sir. No par de grace right there, viewers. Oh, look at that. Something got through. SM6 got through. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Don't worry, the helicopter's taking off. Just going to take the captain out of here. Back to Leningrad. Can't even see what's going on here. Can't even see what's going on. Something's happening about something, about something, about something. Someone blew up down there. Goshkov is 100% blown up. Slava is 100% blown up. Americana survived again. They always survive this 15-mile battle. What is it? It's just the defense of the SM2s is so good. They just go blah, 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 and all the missiles come out, and everything else that's in the sky dies. Well done. Let me get finished off. Ouch. My face. My beautiful iron cast 1980s face. Reading a really interesting book at the moment, Rising Tide, viewers, about the creation of the Soviet submarine force under Admiral Goshkov. Really pushed things forward with a huge submarine force and a bit about the surface force. Really interesting read. Recommend it. I'm actually finding it more interesting than the books about the Americans and the British, which I've also read. So, Rising Tide. Get stuck in it. I'm going to quit here. Obviously, it's obviously won, and the reason is overwhelming defense, overwhelming firepower. Finally, another bit of fun. 1 mile or so broadside. Go. Oh, look at that. 4 30mm seawards. Look at the damage it's doing to her. Oh, it's all missing. It's all missing. Ladies and gentlemen, sea power, I believe. These ones are hitting, look. The 20mm are hitting. They're very much hitting. Oh, helicopter's taking off. Well, everyone's on fire, but that don't mean nothing. Oh, that means something. I don't know what that was. Everyone's dead apart from Arleigh Burke again. She's surviving again. Is she going to survive though? Is she actually going to survive? Let's see, or is it a draw? She's not going anywhere, but she's not sunk. So America win 3 out of 3. So really good battle there. Like I said, a bit annoying that the Americans won again, but great battle. The first battle, the important one, 100 miles, it was anyone's, absolutely anyone's. And just by the skin of her teeth, Arleigh Burke came through. 15 miles was a smashing for the Americans as usual. Broadside, which actually America usually loses the broadside to most places. Of course, its gunnery just isn't that big. It actually won against the Russians for some reason. You never know what you're going to get. That was a good one, viewers. I hope you enjoyed that. And bye.